Hello friends, let's see the anatomy of the superior mesenteric artery. Here in this figure, we can appreciate that this is the inferior vena cava, this is the abdominal aorta, and this horizontal portion, what we are able to see, this is the third part of the duodenum. Here, this is the pancreas, and this is spleen. And this artery, it is the superior mesenteric artery. So the superior mesenteric artery, it is the artery of the midgut, and it is going to arise from the ventral aspect of the abdominal aorta 1 centimeter below the celiac trunk. Just in front of the superior mesenteric artery, there is a body of the pancreas, so we can say the superior mesenteric artery, it is overlapped at the origin by the body of the pancreas. And the superior mesenteric artery, it is going to be sandwiched between the two veins, the splenic vein, which is somewhere present here, and going to reach up to the hilum of the spleen after passes behind the body of the pancreas, and below there is one renal vein which passes from the left kidney to the inferior vena cava. So the superior mesenteric artery, it is going to be sandwiched between the left renal vein below and the splenic vein above. This superior mesenteric artery, it is going to be arise at the L1 vertebral level. Now let's see the course of the superior mesenteric artery in one different figure. So here in this figure, this is the superior mesenteric artery. The superior mesenteric artery, after going to be arised from the ventral aspect of the abdominal aorta, it passes behind the body of the pancreas. It crosses in front this uncinate process of the pancreas. It is also going to cross the third part of the duodenum, which is a horizontal part, and it is also going to cross anteriorly this inferior vena cava as well as the right ureter and the right psoas major, and reach up to the right iliac fossa. The superior mesenteric artery having a slight concavity towards the right side, and it is accompanied by this vein, that is the superior mesenteric vein. And the superior mesenteric artery, it is surrounded by numerous nerve plexuses. As we know, the superior mesenteric artery, it is going to be sandwiched between the splenic vein above and the left renal vein below. When we take a section, we can appreciate that this is the abdominal aorta, from where the superior mesenteric artery is going to be arise from its ventral aspect, and the superior mesenteric artery, it is sandwiched between this splenic vein above and the left renal vein below. So here this is the left renal vein, and this one is the splenic vein. Rarely, this disorder of the superior mesenteric artery may compress this left renal vein against the aorta, and this left renal vein may be compressed between the superior mesenteric artery from front and the abdominal aorta from behind, and this syndrome, it is called as the nutcracker syndrome. Now let's see the branches of the superior mesenteric artery. From the left convex side of the superior mesenteric artery, 12 to 15 jejunal as well as the ileal branches are going to provide, and these arteries, they are going to enter into the mesentery, and within the two layers of mesentery, these branches, they are going to divide and going to form the arterial arcades, and the jejunum, it is going to be supplied by one or two arterial arcades, and the ileum, it is going to be supplied by 3 or 4 arterial arcades. And after arising from this arcades, the long artery, it is called as the vasa recta, and this vasa recta, it is going to supply the jejunum as well as the ileum in the alternate manner on the anterior surface and posterior surface, and these vasa recta are end arteries. As the arterial arcades for the jejunum, they are lesser in number, and that's why the vasa recta of the jejunal arteries, they are longer, while the arterial arcades for the ileum, they are more in number, and that's why the vasa recta for the ileal supply, they are smaller. Now let's see the branches from the concave right side of the superior mesenteric artery. The first branch from the concave right side of the superior mesenteric artery is the inferior pancreatico-duodenal artery, and this inferior pancreatico-duodenal artery, it is going to divide into anterior and the posterior branches and going to anastomose with the superior pancreatico-duodenal artery, which is actually a branch of gastroduodenal or common hepatic artery. And this arterial anastomosis, it is the anastomosis between the celiac trunk and superior mesenteric artery and lies at the junction of the second part of the duodenum and the head of the pancreas. The second branch from the right concave side of the superior mesenteric artery is the middle colic artery, and this middle colic artery, it is going to be pass from the lower border of the duodenum and the pancreas, and it passes upward and reach up to the transverse mesocolon, and within the transverse mesocolon it reach up to the lower part of the transverse colon and soon divide into the right branch as well as the left branch. And this right and the left branch, they are going to reach up to the respective flexures of the colon. As this middle colic artery, it is present within the right side of the transverse mesocolon, so that's why the exposure of the transverse colon should be done by the penetration from the left side of the transverse mesocolon. One another artery from the right concave side of the superior mesenteric artery, it is the right colic artery, and this right colic artery, it is going to arise from the middle of the concavity of the superior mesenteric artery. As this ascending colon, it is present on the right side and it do not have the mesentery or mesocolon, that's why this right colic artery, it runs retroperitoneally, and as it reaches towards the ascending colon, it is soon divided into one ascending branch which is going to anastomose with the right branch of the middle colic artery, and one descending branch which is passes downward and going to anastomose with the ascending branch of the ileocolic artery. Now the terminal portion of the superior mesenteric artery, it is going to provide one more branch, and that is the ileocolic branch. This ileocolic branch, it also runs retroperitoneally and going to divide into ascending branch which is going to anastomose with the descending branch of the right colic artery, and the continuation of the superior mesenteric artery, it is the descending branch of the ileocolic artery. The descending branch of this ileocolic artery, it is soon going to be divided into four branches. One passes anterior to the cecum, and that is the anterior branch. One passes posterior to the cecum, and that is the posterior branch. One branch which passes behind the ileum, and that branch reaches up to the appendix, and that is the appendicular branch. And the fourth branch, they are the ileal branches. They are going to supply the terminal part of the ileum. This appendicular branch of the ileocolic artery, which reaches up to the base of the appendix via mesoappendix, and it provides one recurrent branch at the base, and this recurrent branch, it is going to anastomose with the posterior cecal artery. So in a nutshell, the superior mesenteric artery supplies the entire small gut except the proximal part of the duodenum up to the ampulla of the Vater, and also supplies the large gut up to the junction of the right 2/3 and the left 1/3 of the transverse colon. In addition, it supplies the part of the head of the pancreas also. So this is all about the superior mesenteric artery. Hope you understand well. Thanks for watching.